These are the stories making the headlines in the Hot 7 Nightly News.
The island has recorded its first homicide for the year 2019. St. Lucia has decided to take a back seat in the ongoing political saga in Venezuela. And popular radio host Tony Paul is reeling after waking up to find his car missing. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
Good evening. It is Monday, the 14th of January, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. I am Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Well-known personality Bob Hathaway, who worked in St. Lucia's tourism industry for years and was known for making poignant commentary on social media, was found dead inside his home at Piat. He was a British national, but after sailing to St. Lucia in 2001, he bought land in Marigot Bay and made the island his home. He was the manager of the marina at Marigot Bay from 2006 to 2014. A police investigation into the circumstances surrounding his death is underway. Up until news time, we had not yet received an official statement from the police force's press relations office. In other news, St. Lucia has decided to take a back seat in the ongoing political saga in Venezuela, stating that it will leave the Latin nation's decision-making up to them. The island's External Affairs Minister, Sarah Flood-Bobra, said although this decision will not sit well with the U.S., the UWP administration will not bow to pressure.
External Affairs Minister Sarah Flood-Bobra said St. Lucia will not intervene in the international affairs of Venezuela. St. Lucia forms part of the Lima grouping that challenged Venezuelan President Maduro, seeking a second term. The island had previously joined forces with 13 other nations, urging the country's president to relinquish his power and to not seek another presidential term. This decision to now take a step back, however, came after President Nicolas Maduro on Wednesday said he would give the Lima Group 48 hours to rectify their position or he would respond with crude measures. External Affairs Minister Sarah Flood-Bobra said something which has characterized the United Workers' Party administration is how seriously they consider their position on all matters.
We knew that we were doing it on principle, and we could defend, we could explain, we could justify why we took these decisions. And now we've seen a number of Caribbean countries voting likewise as St. Lucia has. I'm not saying that they're following us, absolutely not. But on this matter, we took the lead because we were very sure that a violation of a democratic principle does not just affect the country, it affects the region. Because if it can happen in one country in the region, it can happen in any country in the region, and indeed right here.
The minister said their ambassadors are in touch with Capitol on a daily basis, and they are apprised of what is going on around the world. Their decisions, she said, are based on principle and not coercion.
We are not intimidated, we are not coerced, we are not forced to take a decision on any matter by any superpower. Our decisions are based on principle, and that is what has occurred in this situation. And I've explained to you what these principles are.
The minister said the government is going to allow Venezuela to get their affairs in order without St. Lucian intervention.
We're talking about the rule of law, we're talking about a humanitarian crisis, we're talking about mass migration, but we're saying too that we do not support the principle of intervention. It's about non-intervention in the affairs, in the domestic affairs of states. All of the declarations we've signed, we've always made it very clear that this is a matter for the people of Venezuela to resolve, and we're calling on the government and opposition to resolve this matter. So it's not about superpowers telling us what to do or giving us instructions. We don't operate that way. We operate on principle. And if you follow our other decisions, our other statements, you will recognize that we don't always vote the way America or superpowers vote.
Flood-Bobra said the government has assured that they will maintain diplomatic relations with Venezuela. She said with the history shared between Venezuela and St. Lucia, it is evident that the nations are true friends. And so it is for this reason that she can say that the government's stance is one taken in good faith and not with any ulterior motive. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. A popular radio host is reeling after waking up to find his car missing on Monday morning. Tony Paul says he is confident that the police will crack the case. However, being a victim of such a crime, he feels violated.
Although it is a new year, the same old issues of years past are showing no signs of disappearing, and in this case, it's surrounding the crime of vehicular theft. This time, popular radio personality known for his morning segment at Kiss FM, Tony Paul, has fallen victim after thieves made away with his white Mitsubishi Lancer, plate number PB2768. In an exclusive with Hot 7 News, Paul gave his account of what had transpired.
Came home yesterday evening around, say, 7, 8 o'clock. Parked right here, facing that way. So usually when I come out, I just reverse, and then got up this morning as per usual, getting ready for work, 4:30, come out, no vehicle, just like you're seeing here right now, no vehicle. And I knew instantly that somebody had stolen my vehicle. I just felt it. Eventually they would probably steal it.
The radio personality said fortunately, there were a few persons who were able to provide him with some answers to clear up his confusion and to confirm the worst.
One of the neighbors said that they heard a noise and looked out and saw the car speeding up the lane. And when they realized, they thought it was me. So then they realized, wait a second, because it hit the wall, because the person probably didn't know how to maneuver out of here, skillfully. Hit the wall, made a big noise, and then sped up the road, probably thinking that somebody heard. And somebody did hear and actually saw, but thought it was me. And it was a sort of precise time because somebody saw, about 10 past midnight.
Paul said although he's optimistic that the police will retrieve his vehicle, the damage has already been done.
I get the feeling that there will be closure, whether the vehicle be found somewhere, because it's out there, it's really very much out there, or perhaps it's been scrapped. Don't know, but I rather suspect I should hear something very, very soon. I have the confidence in the police. It is it is really bad, because now that I've experienced it, it's like you feel violated. I've heard people say that, and you only know when you really go through the experience. You feel very violated. Now, if I'm still to find the car, let's say it's in one piece, it's a bad feeling to know that somebody else and maybe what they did to it, I just don't know. It's a really, really bad feeling.
Paul implored anyone with information to contact the police or to reach out to him at Hot FM Communications, number 452-6040, as well as 718-1415. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Meanwhile, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force in its recent press conference noted that there had been a general decline in crime during the final month of the year, in particular the high incidence of vehicle thefts that had plagued the island in the months before December.
The top brass of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has lauded the hard work of officers on the ground, crediting them with the decrease in vehicular theft during what was the busiest crime season of the year. Acting Commissioner of Police with responsibility for operations, George Nicholas, confirmed that during the Christmas season, there was a general decrease in all categories of crime. ACP Nicholas said this was due to the heavy presence of police on duty around the entire island. Operations involving vehicular theft, he said, have improved.
We have a task force in place that is working very well. And what I can report also is that those reports have also been a little less. Also, we are recovering vehicles a little quicker than before. More so, we are recovering vehicles before they're completely scrapped, more or less.
On the other hand, ACP Nicholas said there is always room for improvement.
So we still need to improve on it. We have some locations that we are aware that vehicles have been taken to scrap, and we are monitoring those locations, and we're asking persons, to continue providing information that we can act upon as far as that is concerned.
And while on the issue of vehicular theft, Hot 7 News would like to reiterate that anyone with information relating to the retrieval of a white Mitsubishi Lancer, PB2768, which was stolen from colleague Tony Paul, can call the police or contact Paul at 718-1415.
1,300 bus operators are set to receive an estimated $800 soon. The president of the National Council on Public Transportation has confirmed that the hold-up is over and that a coordinated process will roll out this week so drivers can receive their funds.
There is good news for bus operators in 2019. The much-anticipated fuel rebate that they had clamored for in December will soon be disbursed. In December 2018, Transport Minister Guy Joseph announced that the sum of $1.1 million was deposited into the account of the NCOPT. Although operators wanted the disbursements to be made in time for Christmas, the NCOPT President Godfrey Ferdinand had indicated that disbursements would not happen until a planned meeting with the Transport Minister in January. That meeting has not taken place, but Ferdinand says the NCOPT is now ready to move ahead.
We are circulating information to the association stating that we need their account numbers, we need the list of the members so that we can verify with what we have, so that we can deposit the money into their account sometime next week. And the reason is because we are looking to having a meeting with the minister this week. But if we don't, we'll just go ahead and distribute the money among the associations. There are associations that will handle it differently from other associations, but rest assured that there is enough transparency in that so that members know exactly how much their association get and how much they themselves will get.
The rebate covers an 8-month period and was issued to negate an increase in bus fares, given the negative impact this would have on commuters. It had been agreed with the previous administration that once the cost of fuel surpasses $12.75 a gallon, there would be a bus fare increase. Bus operators opted for the fuel rebate instead. Ferdinand says operators will receive their monies, but in a coordinated manner.
In some instances, the associations will tell them how they can go and get their money, because some would be using credit unions, and some will be using banks. So obviously, it will not be like before. It will be a system where there is more control and more organization in terms of how that money is disbursed. There are associations that will handle it differently from other associations, but rest assured that there is enough transparency in that so that members know exactly how much their association get and how much they themselves will get.
The NCOPT is still in the process of negotiations with the government. Discussions cover the ministry's bus fare review, concessions, and the possibility of fuel rebates in lieu of bus fare hikes. Transport Minister Guy Joseph wrote to the NCOPT requesting a sit-down early in January. That meeting has yet to be convened.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, St. Lucia records a significant decrease in suicides. One of the now infamous Grosley bus drivers speaks, and school is back in session for Cicero Primary. Stay with us, there's more news after the break.